Tony Stark built a mechanical suit in a cave. Bruce Banner experimented with biological gamma radiation. The early cinematic universe established a baseline reality rooted entirely in grounded physics and technology. Dropping a literal Norse god from a magical realm into this world of shrapnel and equations created a jarring tonal clash. If the audience couldn't reconcile Thor with the established laws of science, the internal logic of the franchise would break. To bridge this gap, the story introduces astrophysicist Jane Foster. She provides the rigorous empirical lens the audience needs to process the seemingly supernatural events unfolding in the desert. Her perspective relies on a concept formulated by science fiction author Arthur C. Clarke. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. The film uses this law to recontextualize history. It frames 10th century Vikings not as worshippers of the divine, but as primitive humans encountering extraterrestrials with technology they lacked the vocabulary to describe. Jane tracks atmospheric anomalies and energy signatures. Her data-driven approach provides the modern proof that these ancient gods are actually physical entities arriving through measurable events. By framing Thor as an alien, subject to the laws of physics, the script preserves the universe's grounded tone. It allows a mythical figure to inhabit the same space as Iron Man without requiring the audience to accept a new, separate reality of magic. Jane's atmospheric research identifies the specific transport mechanism the Asgardians use to travel between star systems. She defines the phenomenon as an Einstein-Rosen bridge, a theoretical shortcut through the fabric of spacetime. The Rainbow Bridge is actually a traversable wormhole. Jane verifies coordinates by tracking unrecognizable constellations, proving it connects outside our quadrant. Zooming out, Yggdrasil the World Tree becomes a literal galactic network, linking the Earth node, Midgard, to the primary hub, Asgard. By mapping ancient poetry onto these scientific structures, the film completely replaces a mystical cosmology with a traversable, mechanical universe. Thor initially believes his power is inherent. In reality, his abilities are entirely dependent on his society's advanced technology. Odin's banishment functions as a physical exile. He strips Thor of his weaponry and revokes his biometric access to the transport network. Stranded in New Mexico, Thor encounters the reality of his own body. Without his tech, he is susceptible to mortal vulnerabilities, like physical exhaustion. Because his power is technological rather than divine, losing his equipment creates true physical frailty. This isolates the prince from his hubris, forcing him to experience the world as a vulnerable human. Thor is now mortal, facing a sentry known as the Destroyer. This machine represents the peak of Asgardian weapons tech, and Thor has no physical way to stop it. His habitual solution, using overwhelming physical force, is no longer an option. The math of the situation simply doesn't favor him. Odin previously embedded a specific behavioral requirement into the hammer's operating system. It will only respond to the one who casts aside all selfish ambition for the good of the realm. In the final confrontation, Thor offers no resistance. He offers his own life to the machine, choosing to be destroyed if it means the human bystanders are spared. This choice meets the specific ethical criteria embedded in the hammer's security protocol. By valuing the lives of others over his own, Thor reestablishes his connection to the technology. Demystifying the gods and turning magic into science allowed the story to integrate an alien into a grounded world. It proved that within this universe, the most advanced power is only accessible through the most human vulnerability.